Welcome to the Bob and Tam show today. We got some exciting news to give you all about the Arizona Bike Week. Not quite sure why they call it a bike week because it's not really a full week. But hey, it says the name, and a lot of other things call it the bike week, and it isn't that long either.
So a lot of rallies are only 4 days that long, 3-4 days. So
we're going to get together today and tell you all about, well, Tam's going to tell you all about all the different events that are going on. We had a lot of people last time ask us to put out, we did it in Daytona
a couple years ago,
and kind of gave you a daily briefing of what's going on. We just didn't really get the views, and I actually thought it might have hurt our channel because we were still putting a regular video out later in the day. But a few people said they liked that. So what we decided, well, she decided, was to go ahead and just do a full video on everything that we know at the moment, that she did all of her research over the last couple of days to find you all the different events that are happening all around the Arizona area. So let's get to it. Go, you're live for breaking news.
Let me hear you.
That's you. I don't know how to do that.
So, Arizona Bike Week is in Scottsdale, Arizona, and also Cave Creek, Arizona, puts on their kind of little bike week, which actually starts March 28th. And I'll give you some information at the end of what's going on up there in Cave Creek. Couldn't find a whole lot of stuff up there. There's 2 bars up there that are really great to go to, the Hideout and the Roadhouse Bar. And they have a lot of different bands going on. There's some horseback riding you can do up there that's supposed to be like the thing to do when you're up there in Cave Creek. They have a vendor's village that's going to be up there and a lot of craziness that goes on. So that's Cave Creek, which starts March 28th and goes through the same time Arizona Bike Week does, which is April 2nd through April 6th. So we'll start out. The first part I'm going to tell you about is things that mostly are going to be going on every single day. So I'm not going to go through that every single day. I'll give you the highlights of what's going on that day plus the daily events, and I'll tell you what the daily events are. So Wednesday, April 2nd. Did I say August earlier?
I don't know.
It's April, not August. They're going to have a motor, clay, Loco Vilca motor show. So that's going to be from 8 to 4. That's going to be at West World, and that's going to be at the West Vehicle Gate. So I guess they're going to have different entrances. I didn't get a map of the area. I couldn't find out where everything was at. Rowdy Ride at Scottsdale, Arizona. It's going to be a ride, and that starts at 9 a.m., and that includes your lunch and admission to Bike Week, and it'll also get you into the Jackal concert that night. It's $29 if you're a single rider. If you ride 2 up, it's $58. You must show on all the rides for Arizona Bike Week. You have to show proof of your license and proof of insurance, proof that you do have a motorcycle endorsement. Otherwise, you can't go on the ride. You can register at 9 a.m. when you get there. The prices might go up, or you can register online through the ArizonaBikeWeek.com. This is something that's going to go on every single day. They're going to have a happy hour and happy meal. So from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the West World location at the Power Yard, they're going to have $4 beers and $10 lunch specials. Lunch specials under $10. So if you're looking for cheap beers, there you go, from 10 to 2 at the Power Yard is where that's going to be at. They're going to have demo rides daily. They're going to have Harley Davidson, Indian, Suzuki, Kawasaki, every day, 10 to 5. They're even going to have them on Sunday, it says, but I think it's going to end at 2 on Sunday. That's located at the Power Yard, and that's also at Westworld. Also at Russ Brown tent, they're going to have a builder's showcase. That's open from 10 a.m. till close, and that's in the Power Yard at the Russ Brown tent. They're going to have unique works of art by some of the most talented bikers in the area. So there's going to be a few people there that we know, so we'll go by and see them.
They are doing something unique this year. I don't know if they've ever done this before. They didn't do it when we went years before, but they're going to have an area that's going to be, we don't know if it's fenced off, roped off, whatever it is, that they're going to be selling, letting you sell your used bike. But the bad news was you had to already pre-register for that. It was about $150
$150.
to sign up for that. So we're not quite sure what that is. So we'll check that out when we get there, kind of show you what it is. It's too late to get involved this year, but it was supposed to be sponsored by Scottsdale Harley-Davidson was going to have this area, but they weren't going to have anybody there that we can see. It looked like more of like a park and sell. But you had to leave your bike there 24 hours a day through the whole rally. So I don't really know how that's working. We are going to be meeting with somebody from the Scottsdale Westworld, the expo that's putting on this event. We're going to be meeting with them sometime on Tuesday afternoon and try to see what we can get for a rundown with them. We'll have some questions that we'll go through. And if you guys have questions, put them down here in the comments as TAM'S going along for things that are going on there at Westworld. If it's something that's going on at the dealership or out at Cape Creek, we don't have anything set up yet to talk to them. But with Westworld, we are going to be sitting down and talking to them and getting good questions and answers, so you guys will have them either Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning.
Still on Wednesday, April 2nd, the Armed Forces Bike Tributes. They're going to have a showcase of bikes, and that's 10 a.m. at the Handlebar Saloon. There's going to be 6 custom motorcycles, one for each branch, the Marine Corps, Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Space Force. So if you want to go see some cool-looking bikes for the different armed services, there you go. That's going to be at the Handlebar Saloon, and that's every day at 10 o'clock. I'm sure they're just there all day because that's an everyday event also. The Rowdy Corral by Stay Rowdy USA at 10 a.m. daily. They're going to have at the Power Yard. They're going to have bike games, rides, different country music, games, and giveaways. So that's something if you want to check it out at 10 a.m. that starts. Hillary's Hot Rods from 10 a.m. to close. They're going to have a display of hot rod cars and bikes where you can go by and check those out. Christian Motorcycle Association, the CMA, at 11:30 at the Kickstands bar. They're going to have a blessing of the bikes. So if you'd like to do that, that's going to be at 11:30 at Kickstands bar. They're going to have music daily at the Power Yard, and that's between 12 noon and 3 o'clock. They're going to have different bands. The Handlebar Saloon every day is going to have different bands from 2 o'clock on. They're going to have games and stunt shows. This will be going on daily. This is going to be in the stunt area arena. So they're going to have shows at 2, 5:30, and 8. And that's at no handlebar. Oh, it's amped electric games. And what this is no handlebars. It's a one wheel with a motor. And these guys ride around and do crazy stunts, I guess. So that would be kind of cool to see. The Globe of Death is going to be at the Handlebar Saloon. That's going to be at 2:45, 5 o'clock, and 10:45 daily, 10:45 p.m. So the Renegade FMX Stunt Show will be in the stunt area also, and they will have daily shows at 3 and 6. The Twin Stunt Show Thrill Show, also in the stunt area, is going to be at 4 and 7 daily. This is kind of cool. J&P Cycles is sponsoring a burnout pit. This is also going to be in the stunt area. They're going to do this daily at 4:30 every day. You have to go to the JP Cycle truck and sign up. And they say, win the race to wear down your tire and earn a replacement rubber. So I'm assuming whoever the winner is, JP Cycles is going to give you a new tire. That's the way I took it. There's a bar called Kickstands. They're going to have bands and DJs. They play games. That starts around 5:30. The Handlebar Saloon's also going to have bands starting at 5:45 daily. In the Rock Yard area, they're going to have, where they have the big major concerts, the opening band starts at 7:30, and then the main band will be at 9 o'clock. Wednesday, April 2nd, Jackal is going to be the band that starts at 9 o'clock. And at the Handlebar Saloon, every night at 11 p.m., they're going to have some sort of contest. Every night is a different contest. This night on Wednesday happens to be a tattoo contest. So that's everything that's going on daily, and I highlighted the things that are going to go on just specifically for that day. Thursday, April 3rd, they're going to have their 18th annual T-Bar Trail Ride. This is a little different. Single rider is $54, two up is $108, and the price that day will go up, they said. 9 a.m. is registration. That's at the Westworld of Scottsdale. They're going to have a hearty breakfast to start out with. That included in your price. rides to the hottest Valley adult clubs. So there you go, if you want to see some crazy stuff. They're going to have music, stunt shows, then the Iron Goddess show when they get back, and that's also going to be there at Westworld. And with your price of your ticket, you also get admission to the Arizona Bike Week and that evening band, which will be the Stone Temple Pilots. And all proceeds go to benefit breast cancer charities. They're also going to have the Iron Goddess all-female motorcycle show. That starts at noon. You enter at the West Vehicle Gate. They're going to have Best in Show, Best Paint. They're going to have a Miss Arizona Bike Week. It's People's Choice, so I guess they're going to go by applause. And the winner gets $500 for Best of Show in the bike show, and awards start at 6 o'clock. I have a Bad AZ performance bike show also that day. That's going to be at noon. That's going to be at the Southwest entrance, and that's in the Power Yard. Registration starts at 11. They're going to have the Best in Bagger, FRX, Sportster, Softail, Paint, and Best of Show also wins $500, and their judging is 2 to 5, and the awards are at 5. That night, the band is going to be Stone Temple Pilots, and that's at 9 o'clock in the Rock Yard. And their contest at the Handlebar Saloon for the evening at 11 p.m. is going to be Mr. Arizona Bike Week. The Rad Holes Custom Bike Show registration starts at 7 a.m. And to get in there, that's the West Vehicle Gate entrance where you have to go to sign up for the Rad Hole Custom Bike Show and to see it. The ride today is going to be the Arizona Bike Week Charity Rides. It's going to start at the Westworld of Scottsdale. You must, again, show your license and proof of insurance. Single rider is $59, two up is $118. This is a ride to one of the JARS, J-A-R-S, I didn't look that up to see what that stands for, cannabis locations. So it's going to be a scenic ride. It's going to include your lunch and admission to Arizona Bike Week and the concert that evening. They're going to have raffle drawings. You're going to go to back to the Rat Holes Bike Show. And the charity purchases wrapped and delivered 100 of presents, Christmas presents for kids in local children's shelters and foster programs. So that's what the charity ride is for. And today, if you go to the Russ Brown tent, remember I told you that they were going to have a lot of bike builders' bikes there? Between 10 and noon, you get to meet the bike builders of those bikes, and that's the 4th and the 5th that you can go to the Russ Brown tent and meet the bike builders of those bikes that they have on display. The 4th is also the day the flat track racing starts. That starts at noon, and it's called the Hellraiser Dome is where that's going to be. It's a 8th mile track, and they're going to have pro, amateur, youth, vintage, hooligan, all different kinds of races. That's going to go on April 4th and 5th, and it's going to be from 12 to 6. So on the flat track racing, April 6th is going to be all the fun classes. They're going to do crazy and wild stuff. So it'll be the 4th, 5th, and 6th for the flat track racing area. On the 4th, the Wings of Flight flyover is going to happen at 5 o'clock, and that's going to be in the Power Yard area, is where I guess you're going to get the best shot. And they're going to do the Missing Man formation. The planes will be on display from 12 to 3 at this location listed right here in Mesa, Arizona, if you want to go see the planes before they take off and come over. So that's at 5 o'clock on Friday. The band of the night on Friday is going to be Mud Vein Band, and that's at 9 o'clock in the Rock Yard. And the Handlebar Saloon's contest at 11 p.m. is going to be Jay's Dirty Games. Saturday, April 5th, there is going to be a Thunderbird throttle ride. Registration starts at 8:30, and it's going to start at Ride Now in Peoria, Arizona. Kickstands up at 10 a.m. This ride takes you through the sacred lands of the native people. The first 100 riders get a continental breakfast, a goodie bag, raffle tickets, an indigenous lunch, and a commemorative t-shirt. So if you want any more information, you can call 808-446-2426. It's $40 per rider. You can upgrade to $99 per rider to see the concert that night, which is Marilyn Manson. 11 a.m., they're going to have Bikes and Brass Custom Show. It's a custom motorcycle show. That's at Westgate at the West Vehicle Gate entrance. They're going to have stock, modified, extreme, non-bagger, and Best of Show. Best of Show gets $500, and judging is between 2 and 5. Awards are at 5. They're also going to have a sound bullies competition. That's going to be in the same area, so I don't know how that's going to go, but it says the southwest entrance of the West Gate vehicle entrance. That's going to be in the Power Yard. There's also going to be a silent auction. It's the Arizona Bike Week Charities. That's going to be at the Handlebar Saloon. It opens at 2, and it says tables closed between 4:30 and 6. So I guess they're going to have different things closed at different times. There's also going to be a helmet contest between 12 and 4. CC's Custom Helmets, and that's going to be at the Handlebar Saloon. 5 o'clock, they're going to have an Arizona Bike Week Charities Group live auction. The charities are going to be local community services projects that assist various youths, families, and veterans in the area. Saturday, April 5th, the concert for the evening is going to be Marilyn Manson, and that's going to be over in the Rock Yard. And the 11 o'clock contest at the Handlebar Saloon is going to be dancing with several different categories. I think they're going to have pole dancing, line dancing, all different kinds of stuff. Sunday, April 6th, they're going to have a swap meet from 8 to 12 in the Power Yard, and that's free to the public. So if you're looking for that special part or something you need, if you're still going to be around, the swap meet's going to be 8 to 12. The ride for the day is going to be the Heroes Ride. That starts at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be at Westworld of Scottsdale. $30 for a single rider, $60 with a passenger. You get a lunch and then admission into Arizona Bike Week. And they're going to ride out to the Phoenix Veterans Cemetery and back, and it's all to honor the armed forces. The demo rides on this day, on Sunday, are going to end at 2 o'clock. And at 10:30, the CMA is going to have a Sunday service at the Kickstands Bar. And the whole thing's over at 4 o'clock.
So there's a lot of different events going on. It looks like a pretty packed full events. You know, a lot of people always want to know about rides. So they got almost, every day they got at least one ride going on. So that's kind of special. Got concerts at night. And, there's different. If you're going to come during the day, there's only day prices during the day. And then there's extra tickets to buy for at night if you want to see the concerts. You should go to their websites and pre-buy if you can, because it's going to be at least expensive beforehand than versus at the event. They always raise prices at the event. So just FYI, check that all out. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty good time. The weather's looking pretty good. Looks like it's going to be somewhat in the 80s probably all week and 60s at night. So it's going to be pretty good riding weather and not too awful hot during the day. Arizona can get hot. We've seen weather like this could get up to, this week we got up into the 90s, high 90s already. So, that weather can get really hot. So be prepared for what you're, bringing gear and stuff along like that. Chances of rain looks like it's pretty slim to none, but you never know. We're bringing our rain suits because you just never know. If you don't bring them, it's probably going to rain. If you how that all works out for us. So we're going to arrive there on Tuesday. We're going to be really busy. Probably won't have any time to really meet up with anybody on Tuesday. Probably Tuesday night we'll probably be in Cave Creek pretty much every evening, because we're not going to probably do any of the concerts. We're not, we can't film concerts because of copyright and things like that. So unless there's an event going on there that we want to capture, we may do that, but probably most likely pretty much every evening, if I get my videos and stuff all done and ready to go, you'll see us in Cave Creek. Probably spend more evenings there. Other thing Cam didn't really mention, there's usually some bike shows and stuff that go on during Cave Creek too. We don't have any updates on that yet.
On Sundays, they have their bike shows, it said.
But we don't know what they might have during the week. It's probably going to be the busiest there on Friday and Saturday. Sunday's more family day. You're going to see more strollers being pushed around, things like that. I think on Sunday, Westworld isn't it free? They open it up.
Free to the public.
Yeah, so that's a freebie day. That's why I said it's more like, because most of the bikers, if you're traveling, you're probably going to go home on Sunday morning. We're there till Monday, so we're going to be there for the full Sunday. So if you guys want to meet up with us, check down here, put it down the email, send us your phone number. We'll send you our phone number back. We can text back and forth, let you know where we're at. We're going to do some riding while we're out there, just depending on, there's a lot of stuff going on. Tatia Flats, we're probably going to want to ride out there, and where that little town is, isn't that good?
The little town.
There's also, just a lot of cool little places to ride to. I don't know, since we're not there the full time, what we'll all get to do riding with. So we'll see from there. But it looks like it's going to be a pretty good time, pretty excited. We got our press passes to come in and get in and out and be able to get all that stuff. You know, if you're looking for any of our vendors, you know, Speed Performance Plus is going to be there if you want to get on their website and maybe book a tune or check with them and see maybe I want to do some cam, you know, have some work done, have an oil pump put in, something like that, you can check with them. All About Customs is also going to be there. You can check with him. He'll be on the road. I think he said Saturday or Sunday they're going to start heading this way. Same thing with Speeds because they're all coming, you know, more from the coming more from that direction. But All About Customs is going to be there, and Joey will be there. And, you know, he does the fat bagger handlebars, which I've got on my bike. He also does, you know, air ride suspension. We just did a video on that. And if you're thinking about air ride, you know, go check out that video. If you want to have the, you know, this looks better than factory work when he gets done with it. You know, it's you know, we'll get into that in a minute. But, I mean, he's got the Orland shocks front and back, which is what Harley Davidson's coming out with that, you know, that RR bike. That's what it's got on it. Front, back, it's got the Orland suspension and stuff on it. So you can get that all fixed up on there. He's got fat tires. If you call ahead, you can sign up for, he's got the painted fenders already, 2014 and up. He's even got some of the 25 colors already there. So if you're interested in getting a fat tire, he can get that all taken care of. All of his jobs he can get done in just an hour or so. So you can get in and out pretty quick. If you call ahead, set up an appointment, put a deposit down, he can get you all fixed up. Speeds is the same thing. I always have all my work done by Speeds for my motor work and stuff on my bike. That's who I let do all that work. So those are two great sponsors of ours that are going to be there to take care of you guys in Arizona. So that's kind of cool and kind of special. We just seen that JP Cycles is going to be there, so they're going to have one of their trailers going to be there, going to have accessories and stuff. So we'll find out what other vendors are going to be there once we arrive, because we don't really have a list of what the vendors are. We probably could call them, but we won't have enough time to put it on this video. It's probably already got way too long already because somebody talked a long time, and I got to do a lot of editing. She did a lot of so's and ahs and messed up there.
Not to, but
so if you're going to Arizona Bike Week, we will see you in Arizona Bike Week.
That's right. Don't forget to support our sponsors. That's how we're going to get here to all these different rallies we're going to this year. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. We're almost at 30,000.
Yep, we got about 400, right around 400 more subscribers, and we'll break that 30,000 mark. So if this is the first time you watch this, you know, hit that subscribe button. You've watched the channel, you've put in enough time, you know, hit that. We got some great rallies this year, because right after this, we're heading back to Florida for the Leesburg Bike Fest. That's a cool one. You got to see that one. It's just a really great hometown rally. It's a lot of fun. Then we head over to Panama City. I love Panama City just because it's more of a beach theme than Daytona is. We'll talk about that at another time. And then right after that, we go all the way up to Myrtle Beach. You know, and that's a big one. That's another 10-day rally. Yes, so it's a lot of excitement, a lot of fun. And then we'll be flying back home, and then we'll be getting ready to go to Sturgis. You know, I just heard Lita Ford just got signed, which you're watching this today, by the Knuckle Saloon. So there's a free concert that you had to pay for last year. I think wasn't she there last year, the year before?
A couple years ago, I think,
at the Buffalo Chip. So here's a free concert. So the Knuckles coming up, really, they've got a couple good bands already posted that it's free to go check out the Knuckle. They're the same ones that own Suck Bang Blow down in Myrtle Beach. Yep. So kind of cool, kind of neat. There's a lot of excitement coming up with Sturgis and stuff, and we'll be giving you more and more. So I think the Buffalo Chips announced they're going to have another band announcement on Tuesday again. You know, they've got about 10 nights. Same thing, it's a long rally. They're not going to probably book anything for Friday and Saturday. They're usually tribute bands or something like that. But they've got all those other days they still need to book up. So there could still be some really good names show up.
Popping up.
We'll see what all happens. Like I say, once again, we're not big band watchers because you just can't put it on the channel. And someone can't stand that all of that time. And
Never stay up that late.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to leave you right here in Arizona. And we're just about 220 miles away from...
Phoenix.
That's right. And Scottsdale area. So we'll be heading over there on Tuesday morning. And hopefully be there about noon, 1 o'clock. We got a campsite this time. We're going to unhook. And then we got to get over to Westworld and do our interviews with them, get it all set up. And then I probably got to get back and get it edited so we can get it out and show you what's going on. And hopefully I can have something out Wednesday night. It might be a little later for everybody to see, but it'll be about the right time for people in Arizona to watch.
That's right.
Because we're still on...
We're Pacific time.
Yeah, because the Indians don't allow us to change the time, which is great for me. I wish everybody would be that way. So
That'd be
we're
nice.
going to leave you right here.
Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
There you go. See y'all from Arizona.
Bye.
Oh, probably live on Sunday.